He had a season-ending injury, or just missed a demonstrative amount of time with the Texans. And so we haven't really gotten to see his contribution to the NFL since he arrived. And we know for a fact that at Alabama, he was an absolute stud. So reuniting with guys like Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts and being in that Eagles system with, God, I'm just blanking on his name. Oh, Nick Sirianni. Being put in that system that has really worked over the past 3 years. Now, I think it's a great chance to revamp his career and to get touches and to get noticed and to be on a roster which was lacking a wide receiver 3. I think it was Jahan Dotson last year that they traded from the Redskins. I don't think he's going to pan out. I had an inside source to tell me he was terrible. But John Metchie, people are like, why wouldn't these other teams trade for him? Or why? That's so stupid that like you suggest like the Dallas Cowboys should trade for Metchie when he hasn't done anything and he has produced far less than Mingo. How dare you criticize the 4th round pick that we traded away for Jonathan Mingo on the Carolina Panthers to join the Dallas Cowboys because he has far more production and et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, yeah, well, Jonathan Mingo didn't battle leukemia. So there's that. And he also didn't have a season-ending injury. But out of college, Metchie was far greater prospect than Mingo. And Mingo has all the physical tangibles to be an amazing guy. But I think you're comparing apples to oranges here. And I think that the 2nd round pick Metchie from 2022 will actually have a burst of energy with the Eagles. And somebody posed a good question: why do teams continue to help the Philadelphia Eagles? Well, I think the correct way, that is a great question. It is a great question. Why do other NFL organizations continue to make deals to make the Eagles better? I think the correct question we should be asking is, what can other general managers do to make their team consistently better? Whenever you hear other GMs say we're actively looking 24/7, 365 days a year to make this roster better than it already is, a lot of them are full of shit. Howie Roseman has been one of the few in the league that has constantly pursued greatness on the roster and has tried to assemble what he believes to be potential talent or already great talent to pair with the current squad that he has on there and fit it within the budget of the salary cap that increases every single year. So this was a phenomenal trade once again by the Philadelphia Eagles. And, nobody should be bashing that. The compensation has not been released, per the NFL and Tom Pelissero, but I'm sure it wasn't that much. I mean, it's a guy that is in year 3. We haven't seen much of him. He battled leukemia, obviously. And, I don't think it's going to be some, we got a 3rd round pick from this guy. Like, it's probably a 4th rounder, and that's perfectly fine with me if I'm a GM. But how he's going to be able to pair with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. And, sometimes A.J. Brown goes down with a hamstring injury. Sometimes Devonta Smith has a concussion. And that's an opportunity for a high-speed, athletic route-running guy like Metchie to come in and provide a spark. Jalen Hurts didn't eclipse 3,000 passing yards this previous season, so I wouldn't expect him to light up the scoreboard with receiving yards. I mean, he's probably going to have like close to 500 this upcoming season with, if Metchie gets enough opportunities. But a lot like other receivers in that wide receiver 3 role is whenever you get the opportunity to be in that area and space, to be the number 1 in a current formation or to be in the slot and be the intended receiver, is to make those opportunities count. I mean, it's pretty cliche. Make the opportunities count and more opportunities will be rewarded to you. And the competitiveness of Metchie needs to match the opportunities given to him. And I'm hyped for him. I hope he does really well. Like I said, I mean, I enjoyed watching him in college. He was one of those guys that you really hoped did well in the NFL. You were highly excited for, a lot like a Jerry Jeudy. And we'll see what happens.